Imagine for a moment that everything you know, everything you see, feel, and experience isn't real. What if I told you that you might be living inside a simulation? That everything, from the farthest stars to the air you breathe, is part of a program created by a far more advanced civilization. Today, we're going to explore one of the most unsettling theories of our existence, the simulation theory. Popularized by philosopher Nick Bostrom, this idea suggests that it is statistically likely we are living in an artificial reality. But how did we arrive at this point? And what would it mean for us? While it may seem like a modern concept, the idea that our reality might be an illusion is not new. Over 2,000 years ago, Plato warned us with his famous allegory of the cave. Prisoners chained, only seeing shadows projected on a wall, believe those shadows are reality, until one of them is freed and discovers a world beyond what they had imagined. Could it be that we too are prisoners, unable to see beyond the shadows of what we believe is real? In modern philosophy, René Descartes also raised similar ideas with his famous phrase cogito, ergo sum, or I think, therefore I am. Descartes wondered how he could be sure that the world around him was real and not an illusion created by a deceiver. The only certainty he found was his own existence as a thinking being. What if that evil genius Descartes spoke of was, in reality, the programmer of our simulation? But it's not just philosophers who have pondered the nature of our reality. Quantum physics has also revealed mysteries that challenge what we think we know. Physicist John Bell developed a famous experiment known as Bell's theorem. This experiment showed that subatomic particles, like electrons, can influence each other instantaneously, even when far apart. This phenomenon, known as quantum entanglement, suggests that reality might not be local or entirely independent. Some scientists have wondered if these quantum behaviors are hints that we live in a simulation where the universe's rules are programmed by a higher entity. Following this line of thought, philosopher Nick Bostrom proposed his famous simulation theory. His idea is simple but shocking. If an advanced civilization had the capability to create fully detailed simulations of the universe, it is very likely that we are part of one of those simulations. Bostrom argues that if even one civilization in the universe developed this technology, they could create thousands or millions of simulations. And if that's the case, the probability that we are in the original reality is extremely low. Another philosopher, Hilary Putnam, tackled a similar thought experiment with his brain in a vat. Imagine your brain was removed from your body and placed in a tank where a computer stimulates all your sensory experiences. For you, everything would seem normal, but you'd be living in illusion. How would you know it isn't? This experiment is one of the early versions of what we now know as simulation theory. With current advances in virtual reality and augmented reality, we're creating increasingly immersive worlds. The line between the real and the virtual is blurring. Could it be that we are one step away from creating simulations as realistic as reality itself? Have you ever noticed small glitches in reality? Some believe these glitches are signs that we are living in a simulation. Perhaps a bug in the code. Theoretical physicist Michio Kaku, known for his work on the multiverse, has also reflected on the possibility of a simulation. Kaku has mentioned that the mathematical structure of the universe, its universal constants, and how physical laws seem to fit perfectly, could be signs of intelligent design or perhaps a programmer behind the code of the universe. If the universe is like a computer program, what does that mean for us? Are we simply characters in a massive simulation? Of course, not everyone agrees. Many critics argue that simulation theory is impossible to prove. Moreover, if we were in a simulation, what happens to our morality, our responsibility? What meaning would our lives have if everything were an illusion? Perhaps, just perhaps, you've begun to see the world a little differently, and maybe you're wondering, what if this reality isn't what it seems? What if we're closer to discovering the truth than we ever imagined? What if in the next video, we reveal more secrets about this theory? Do you dare to keep investigating? If this video surprised you, give it a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because what's coming next might change everything you think you know. And remember, in a world that might not be real, the only thing certain is that the best is yet to come.